Hey, this is Denise with Modern Priscilla Tarot, and this is a flip through of Gaian Tarot by Joanna Colbert. It's a really cool deck. It's very in line with nature, the earth. It's really cool. It's, you can see the Rider-Waite themes and imagery. But it's very different at the same time, and you're going to see why. Very cool deck. And this is another deck I got from my mother. My mom is a tarot card reader and has been since 1989, and she's an avid deck collector. So every once in a while, she will bestow a new deck on me. So let's take a look. The deck itself, this is going to be kind of hard to see, but it does come with a guidebook. Pretty standard, but it does explain some of the nuances and why she's doing what she's doing. She's renamed the suits according to their elemental dignity. So kind of take a look, see what's going on. You'll also see that the court cards are named a little differently, and they have different gender roles in the court cards. So therefore, it makes it a little different visually, and you'll see how cool it is. All right, let's begin. The Seeker. A bit different view of a magician there. The Empress, the Gardener. I love it. Love it. That, the Teacher. Look at that Chariot. The Canoe. Pretty cool. I'm really liking it. I will say I'm really restraining myself. I want to cut the borders off. As you'll notice in the cards, the pictures overlap the borders in some cards, which adds a really cool effect to the artwork. So that's why I'm kind of hesitant. I didn't want to ruin the artwork, but at the same time, I have become a huge fan of borderless. Also, it makes it a little bit easier to shuffle. Even an overhand shuffle is sometimes cumbersome with the wider cards. And that Devil. Very earthbound type of references. Some of them are a little Native American feel. It's very much a kind of a, well, as I said, an earth feel, but actually tuning into nature and the spirits of living things. Look at this. Here's the Pentacles. Earth. Look at that Ace. Oh, I love it. So the Earth is Pentacles. See how it comes out there. I don't want to ruin it. I'm really trying hard. However, I know myself, and I have a feeling these are going to be borderless pretty soon. I don't think it would detract from the visual impact of the card, or obviously it wouldn't affect the meaning. But again, I just feel kind of guilty because it looks so cool. Now, here we go. This is what I was talking about. The court cards. Instead of a page, it is the Child. Instead of a knight, it is the Explorer. And instead of the Queen, we've got the Guardian. And instead of the King, it's the Elder. And this is exactly like I was talking about. The traditional gender roles obviously would have the queen as a female and the male as a king, or the king as a male, which again, you're supposed to be thinking that might be male energy, things like that. So obviously you can kind of work around it, but I think it's really cool to just be representing the different genders, to kind of disassociate it from being a male or a female. What are the A's? These are wands. Aces of, or the suit of fire. Love it. A lot of different looks in here. Really cool. My mom always has the coolest stuff. She gives decks to me, and she also gives decks to my daughter, and then my daughter and I are left to kind of duke it out who gets which one. That's real spiritual, huh? No, we don't argue. Actually, her style, her taste is a little different than mine. So it almost always works out where the ones I want are different than the ones she wants. So pretty cool arrangement that way. Like that. Okay, now here's our page. Child of Fire. There's our Knight. Explorer Fire. Our Queen is the Guardian. Our King is the Elder. Look at this cool ace. The Ace of Air. We're now into swords. Oops. Look at that. They're all in a yoga class. Love it. Love the map. And here's our page. Knight. Our Queen. And our King. And then, of course, water would be cups. Aw, look at this one. I like that. I really like that. Very cool cards. Very cool imagery. This artist, the same person who designed the deck is the artist of the deck. So very cool that it's all coming from the same kind of inspiration. Not that it has to be that way, but it is a nice thing because the meaning of the cards and the link to the images is coming from the same mind, the same intuition. So that's a nice thing. All right. Oops. Now here's our page. I like it too because, as we know, the pages are typically kind of an immature thing. Well, and you can't get away from that in the imagery. I mean, clearly that's a child. Well, in the name child, but I mean visually. An explorer is the knight, which suits a knight very well. Guardian of water, very fitting for a queen. And the elder of water, very fitting for a king. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this quick peek at the Gaian Tarot. This deck, I looked it up beforehand, so I'd actually have an answer. This one, at least when the original purchase was made by my mother, that was in the 2011 edition. I have not referenced or cross-checked whether or not it's still available or not. I would hope it is, because I don't want to tempt you with something that is not available. However, at the very least, I hope this provided just a little more insight into different interpretations visually that the cards can hold. So either way, I hope it's been beneficial. I will see you soon. My live tarot reading show will begin on July 1st, and that will be every other Wednesday. So I'm looking forward to that, and you might see some videos popping up, such as this one, in the meantime. Have a great day, and thank you again.